Hello, my name is Jeff Farisi, and I want to welcome you to this learning module on quality. Learning objectives. After this week, you will be able to understand what quality is and how quality management systems ensure quality in organizations, identify and synthesize how the characteristics of quality differ based on internal or external perspective. What is quality? The American Society for Quality defines quality as a subjective term for which each person has his or her own definition. In technical usage, quality can have two meanings. First, the characteristics of a product or service that bear on its ability to satisfy stated or implied needs, or a product or service free of deficiencies. An alternate definition, one that's quite similar, is the ISO definition of quality. Quality is the total of characteristics of an entity that bear on its ability to satisfy stated and applied needs. The key here is stated and applied needs. What is a stated need? Stated needs are the characteristics of a good or service that are expressly stated or defined. On the other hand, an implied need is the characteristics of a good or service that are assumed. If we have an example of someone looking to purchase a pickup truck, a stated need would be, I need a truck that can tow 10,000 pounds. The implied need is, I expect the truck can stop and has brakes. Perspectives on quality. There are two distinct perspectives on quality, internal and external. External quality is viewed from the consumer perspective. Internal quality is viewed from the organization's perspective. Since external quality is the consumer viewpoint, we have to understand and express what that means to the person purchasing the good. We break this up into two dimensions. Fitness for use. This answers the question of, does the product do what it says it does? And quality of design. This answers the question of, how does the product do what it says it does? This is a more subjective element in which we are not questioning the utility of the good. Rather, we are describing the method in which the good delivers its utility. As an example, picture two consumers purchasing airline tickets. One purchases an economy ticket and the other first-class ticket. While they're both going to the same destination, the method in which they get there is different. The delivery is different. The coach passenger will have limited amenities. He'll have tight or cramped space, no food, no luxuries. While the first-class passenger will have a totally different experience because he'll have a higher degree of luxury. While no two consumers are the same, many consumers view quality across certain dimensions or aspects. These are performance, features, reliability, conformity, durability, serviceability, aesthetics, and perceived quality. If we were to break these into two categories, we could break them up into the utility aspects and the appeal aspects. Such as aesthetics, right? How something looks, it feels, smells, or tastes. Or utility, is it reliable? Does it perform to my expectations? The internal quality perspective is the producer perspective. From the producer, quality is a product or service free of deficiencies. This concept is known as the quality of conformance, and its purpose is to ensure that goods and services are created which adhere to design specifications. Now that we understand what quality is, we have to talk about how do we manage quality. Quality management is the act of overseeing all activities and tasks needed to maintain a desired level of excellence. This includes creating and implementing quality planning and assurance, as well as quality control and quality improvement. It is also referred to as the act of total quality management. When we talk about quality management, we have to talk about methods and approaches. One of the most recognized approaches is the Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle, and that was put together by W.E. Dennings, and here's a video on how that works.
The PDSA cycle is a flow diagram for learning. The first step is plan. The first step is ideas in people's heads about improvement, or innovation, new method, or comparison of methods. Step 2, do it. Carry out the test, comparison, or experiment, preferably on a small scale, according to the layout decided in step 1. Step 3, study. PDSA cycle. Third step, study. Study the results. Do they correspond with hopes and expectations? If not, what went wrong? And finally, act. If we get that far, act. What do we mean by act? We mean adopt the change, or abandon it, or run through the cycle again, possibly under different environmental conditions. I'd say certainly under different environmental conditions, different materials, different people. See if we get anything like the same result. Maybe make some small changes in the rules.
A second approach, or really more of a philosophy, is total quality management. And according to the American Society for Quality, total quality management describes a management approach to long-term success through customer satisfaction. It is an approach for continued and continual improvement, which utilizes a strategy. It utilizes data and effective communications to integrate the quality into a culture within an organization. TQM has several elements. They're known as customer-focused, total employee involvement, process-centered, integrated system, strategic and systematic approach, continual improvement, fact-based decision-making, and communications. One of the most fundamental parts of this is the fundamental aspect of process-centered. TQM is a process. It's a series of steps that takes inputs and transforms them into outputs. Also, TQM is strategic. It follows an organization's strategy for success, and it's systematic. And lastly, it is focused on continual improvement. This is a huge element to TQM, as it believes that improvement drives an organization to be better, both analytically and creatively. For those of you looking for additional or supplemental materials, please find some links here. There's a great link on what is quality. It's a YouTube video. There's some external dimensions of quality. There's some PDCA life cycle, which is the video that you saw. There's another video on total quality management, and a good article on quality management systems versus quality improvement. Thank you.